Someone spent $40,000 transforming a 1970 Chevelle beyond original expectations. The suspension is new, the engine is fuel-injected, and the air conditioning works fully inside. A hidden Bluetooth system is cleverly integrated into the car's original dashboard, while the body remains untouched, preserving the outward appearance despite complete internal transformations. Every modification is defended passionately, as if guarding something sacred and valuable. Observers often wonder why anyone would change the car if its essence supposedly remains preserved. Retaining the original shell while upgrading components confuses most people who see the vehicle. The answer lies within a very specific type of American childhood experience. In the late 1960s, suburbs emerged, built entirely around the family automobile. The garage became a symbol of status, ambition, and disciplined family identity. A boy growing up there absorbed cars as a silent, spoken language. Muscle cars dominated this language, not luxury sedans, communicating power and aggression. Pontiac GTOs, Plymouth Roadrunners, and Ford Torinos visually and audibly defined masculine competence. This generation watched fathers returning from war, often with emotional skills largely undeveloped. Muscle cars became containers for feelings that could not otherwise find expression. Controlled power, measurable speed, and tangible skill formed lessons without spoken words. Saturday afternoons watching fathers restore Dodge Chargers silently transmitted values and beliefs. Men fix things, improve them, and transform broken objects into admired creations. Those lessons became deeply embedded, shaping identity and personal expectations permanently. Then came 1973, when the oil embargo changed everything for muscle car enthusiasts. Gas prices made once luxurious engines feel wasteful and socially irresponsible overnight. And by 1979, the energy crisis reinforced scarcity, confirming a new automotive reality. Muscle cars did not fade gradually, they collapsed under economic and cultural pressure. New cars were smaller, slower, designed to communicate practicality over abundance. Chevrolet Chevettes and Ford Pintos symbolized scarcity, not freedom or masculine expression. Young men's automotive dreams suddenly lost legitimacy and emotional permission to exist. Desire, trained as identity, clashed with market limitations, leaving unresolved psychological tension. Nostalgia could not satisfy this tension. It only ached for the past. Restood cars represent an active negotiation, not passive longing for decades-gone vehicles. Builders do not try to return to 1970, but instead complete unfinished ambitions. Modern fuel injection in a 1969 Camaro corrects limitations of the original design. The dream was right. Execution was limited by technology at the time. 40 years of advancement allow cars to exist as they always should, functional, sustainable, and fully aligned with their intended original performance. Observers mistakenly assume the focus is the car rather than the self. While machines are loved, they often serve as proxies for glimpses of identity. Builders pursue a self once seen, respected, capable, and socially legible. The car provides the clearest, tangible connection to that lost version personally. Control, or lack thereof, shaped this generation's understanding of the broader world. Growing up meant witnessing repeated failures of leadership, institutions, and societal stability. Watergate dismantled trust in leadership, leaving young observers skeptical of authority's reliability. The Vietnam War ended without triumph, reinforcing uncertainty about promises made publicly. Manufacturing towns hollowed out, depriving families of steady employment and community security. Inflation eroded middle-class expectations, leaving households anxious and uncertain about future prospects. Those raised in this environment developed a profound need to build stability independently. Restomod projects satisfy this need, creating controlled environments with finite problems and solutions. With skill, patience, and money, the outcomes are predictable and reliably successful. Predictability matters greatly for those who grew up surrounded by repeated instability. Observing the language of Restomod builders reveals a focus on correctness, completion, and purpose over superficial aesthetics. Cars are described as right rather than merely attractive. Engines are praised for fulfilling intended functions rather than simply producing raw power. These words reveal efforts to resolve unfinished emotional business, not casual hobbies. Social gatherings reinforce recognition of competence without ambiguity, beyond simple competition. Classic car shows provide spaces where masculine skill is measured and validated clearly. Achievements are tangible. A car either functions correctly or does not perform adequately. Craftsmanship shows definitively, leaving no subjective committee to decide quality. This culture is dynamic, embracing modern brakes on vintage vehicles and contemporary electronics seamlessly integrated behind each Enjolbyte Losherbad dashboards. Philosophy prioritizes integration, combining the best of past and present engineering thoughtfully. Builders understand history and capability, even if they cannot articulate the psychology explicitly. Outsiders often misread these men, assuming obsession reflects inability to move forward. They are not stuck in the past, they assert continuity deliberately. Every modification insists that history and present can coexist meaningfully and effectively together. Restored panels, upgraded engines, and careful work articulate this argument through craftsmanship. Late-night garages, smells of metal and oil, represent intentional, meticulous psychological labor. The argument asserts past achievements retain value, even after decades of apparent loss. Builders reclaim glimpses of the capable self experienced at 17. Standing next to loud, powerful, undeniably American machines reinforced early masculine competence perception. The car is a vessel through which identity and mastery are expressed. It is not the project itself. The self remains the ultimate focus. The vehicle provides clarity, structure, and tangible means for working on identity. Restoration merges practicality with symbolism, patience with skill, desire with capability fully. Every rebuilt component embodies lessons learned, competencies exercised, and aspirations realized intentionally. The broader cultural context emphasizes skill, achievement, and measurable masculinity as central values. Collapse of muscle cars disrupted this symbolic system, leaving generational narratives incomplete and unresolved. Rebuilding and modernizing cars restores continuity between desire, action, and self-conception. $40,000, late nights, and obsessive precision carry profound psychological significance. This labor transforms not only the car but the builder's personal identity. The garage becomes a laboratory for self-actualization, control, and emotional reconciliation. Metal, oil, and tools act as instruments to repair past limitations carefully. The loud, powerful American car mirrors glimpses of self once deferred and lost. Every hidden modern system, retrofitted dashboard, and upgraded component communicates deliberate intention purposefully. Precision is not vanity. It articulates identity and competence with clarity. Aesthetic and performance merge because the goal is holistic fulfillment, not simple beauty. Fulfillment combines past desire and present capability, synthesizing historical and modern contexts harmoniously. Cultural context reinforces meaning, linking masculine skill, achievement, and tangible competency across generations. Muscle car collapse represented rupture in symbolic systems, not merely market changes. Restored vehicles restore coherence, bridging past aspirations and current technological possibilities intentionally. Each rebuilt engine, suspension, and panel embodies mastery, patience, and emotional completion practically. Cars act as containers for values, emotions, and identity in tangible, visible ways. Restoration resolves unfinished business, reconciling longing, capability, and deferred dreams effectively. The car becomes a tangible bridge between past limitations and present possibilities. It transforms desire into action, imagination into realized, functional, sustainable reality completely. Builders engage in psychological reconciliation, repairing identity through skill, patience, and precision. Every restored component reflects lessons, competencies, and aspirations carefully integrated into craftsmanship. Observers see only metal, paint, and engineering, missing the deeper narrative entirely. Each car embodies decades of cultural, familial, and personal history brought to life. The process mirrors self-construction, where tangible labor resolves previously fragmented identity consciously. Cars are instruments of agency, clarity, and coherence in a chaotic world. The Restomod philosophy blends history, modern technology, and personal fulfillment seamlessly. Builders insist that progress need not erase past achievements or emotional experiences. The garage, tools, and late-night labor become arguments expressed through meticulous craftsmanship. Completion, correctness, and skill communicate value, asserting the legitimacy of past desires clearly. The self, not the car, is the ultimate project behind every modification made.